The world is facing an urgent challenge and needs to create 600 million jobs to generate growth and maintain social cohesion. That is according to the International Labour Organization, which says there are 27 million more unemployed workers than at the start of the global economic crisis. It also says better jobs need to be created for the estimated 900 million workers living below the poverty line. And young people are the hardest hit and are 3 times as likely as adults to be unemployed. Well, let's speak to Moazam Mahmood, who's director of the ILO's Employment and Labour Markets Analysis Department, joining us from Geneva. Thanks for being on the programme. Obviously, the unemployment picture globally is very worrying. Tell us more about what's in your report.
Well, Sally, the most worrying thing, of course, is the immediate issue, which is 27 million jobs. That is the hole dug by the crisis in unemployment. And the worrying thing is that despite the stimulus, which has managed to tread water and just keep up with the rate of growth of the labour force, we have not managed to reduce the deficit created by the crisis of 27 million jobs, which means we have a serious problem of growth and employment. It seemed like the stimulus was going to raise growth and did raise growth. It raised jobs by a little bit just to keep up with the labour force. But the problem is that the backlog still remains. And now, as we know, growth has dipped again. Therefore, we're worried for jobs very desperately. And then you mentioned, of course, we have the longer-term challenge. Every year, 40 million, approximately 40 million people are added to the labour force demographically. And the global economy just manages to keep them employed, regardless of the conditions. We're not going here into the conditions of employment.
Okay.
And that's the challenge, which is 40 million people every year for another decade is 400 million. And we have a backlog of 200 million, so that's a 600 million long-term challenge, as it were. So we've got the immediate 27 million and the long-term challenge of 600 million.
All right, Moazam Mahmood, we have to leave it there. I'm very sorry to say that because, of course, we could discuss a lot further the challenges facing most economies in the world as far as unemployment is concerned.